In our previous class, we have discussed about what is laser full form, what is stimulated emission of radiation, spontaneous emission of radiation, what is absorption, population inversion, pumping, in that pumping lifetime. So metastable state we have discussed. And also we have discussed that different types of helium neon laser. So before going to discuss this helium neon laser, black diagram of laser system. So this is the black diagram of laser system. Any laser system consists three main components. Any laser system consists three main components. So number one is source of energy, number two, active medium, number three, optical cavity. Optical cavity. So you see here, so I am giving 1 second. Yes. So block diagram of laser system. Today I am going to discuss about helium neon laser. Before learn helium neon laser, I am discussing block diagram of laser system. The block diagram of any laser system consists of three main points or three main components. One is source of energy. Second one is active medium. This is optical cavity. So here, this is the active medium. What is active medium or active system? It is also called active system. So active system, a system which is having long lifetime or large lifetime, that is called active system. So it is a active system means it has population inversion. It will start the pumping process also. Okay, first one, source of energy. The source of energy gives the sufficient energy to active medium. So this arrow symbol gives the sufficient energy to active medium. So second one, in the active medium, absorb all the source of energy and start the pumping process. So start the pumping process. So this active medium, left side, fully reflected mirror, left side connected to fully reflected mirror, and right side partially reflected mirror or partially transparent mirror. So this is optical cavity. Optical cavity. The optical cavity behaves as fully source of energy. The source of energy gives the sufficient energy to active medium. The active medium absorbs all the source of energy, starts the pumping process. Due to this pumping process, it produces photon radiation. This photon radiation is incident on the fully reflected mirror and reflected, and also incident on the partially reflected mirror. So after getting some incidents and reflections, the photon ray gets sufficient energy and comes out from the partially reflected mirror as laser. As laser. This is the black diagram of laser. Laser. So very, very important helium neon laser. Helium neon laser. So this is the gaseous laser. Helium neon laser is the first successful gas laser. That is first successful gaseous laser. So this is a 4 energy level laser. So this helium neon laser system also consists of three main points or three main components. What is first one? Source of energy. Already I discussed. So second one, active medium. Third one, optical cavity. Optical cavity. So in source of energy, this is radio frequency generator, RFG. Radio frequency generator, you can observe here. Radio frequency generator. Active medium, 10:1 ratio of helium neon mixture behaves as active medium. You can see here 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas mixture behaves as active medium. So optical cavity, left side, this is fully reflected mirror. This is partially reflected mirror. The fully reflected mirror and partially reflected mirror behaves as optical cavity. Behaves as optical cavity. So construction, you observe here construction. So it has a quartz tube. So this is the quartz tube. You can see here, this is the quartz tube. The quartz tube length has 15 centimeters to it has 80 centimeters. The diameter is just 1 centimeter. The diameter is just 1 centimeter. So the helium neon laser consists a quartz tube. The length of the quartz tube is 15 centimeters to 80 centimeters. So the diameter is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. So it has 3 electrodes. This left side of this quartz tube is connected to fully reflected mirror. This is F, fully reflected mirror. So right side connected to this is partially reflected mirror. Partially reflected mirror. So it has 3 electrodes. 3 electrodes. These are the electrodes. So this is one electrode. This is anode. Anode. This is middle electrode. This is earthing. So that this is cathode. Cathode. So this is earthing. These 3 electrodes are connected to radio frequency generator. Radio frequency generator. This radio frequency generator discharge the helium neon gas mixture. So this is so it has one adjustment arrangement. So it has adjustment arrangement. You can see in this figure. Helium neon laser system consists a quartz tube. The length of the quartz tube is equal to 15 centimeters to 80 centimeters. So diameter is equal to 1 centimeter. The quartz tube has 3 electrodes, anode, cathode, and earth. These are connected to radio frequency generator. The left side of the quartz tube is connected to fully reflected mirror. Right side, partially reflected mirror. These are behaves as optical cavity. Optical cavity. The radio frequency generator behaves as source of energy. Source of energy. So in this, quartz tube is filled with the mixture of helium neon gas of 10:1 ratio under the pressure of 0.1 mm of Hg, mercury to 1 mm of Hg. So the helium neon laser is filled in quartz tube. The quartz tube is filled with 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas mixture at the pressure of 0.1 mm of Hg, mercury to 1 millimeter of mercury. So in this 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas, so majority are helium atoms, minority atoms are neon atoms. Minority atoms are neon atoms. So working, you can see here, so helium atom has 3 energy levels, He1, He2, He3. So neon atom has 6 energy levels: Ne1, Ne2, Ne3, Ne4, Ne5, and Ne6. So this He2, Ne4, and He3, Ne6, both are having. So what I am saying, He2, Ne4, and He3, Ne6, both are having the same energy, and both are having same energy and same lifetime. Same lifetime. So helium, in 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas mixture, helium is the majority atoms, neon is the minority atoms. So helium has 3 energy levels: He1, He2, He3. Neon has 6 energy levels: Ne1, Ne2, Ne3, Ne4, Ne5, Ne6. But He2, Ne4, He3, Ne6, both are having same energy and same lifetime. Same lifetime. These are the metastable states. Figure you see here, this is He1. I am taking, this is He3. So this He3 and Ne6, both are having same energy. This is Ne5. So here, for example, this is He2. The He2 and Ne4 both are having same energy and same lifetime. So He2, Ne4, He3, Ne6 both are having same energy and same lifetime. These are behaves as metastable states. So Ne4, this is Ne3, this is Ne2, this is Ne1. So energy level E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, this is E6. E6. So any He2, Ne4 and He3, Ne6 behaves as metastable states. Metastable states. So in this metastable state, these are having population inversion. They will start the pumping process. So using the radio frequency generator, if you are discharging the helium neon gas mixture, then from the radio frequency generator, number of electrons are produced. Number of electrons. So these electron collide with helium atom, then helium atom goes to higher energy state He1 and also He3. He3. So in the excited state He3, the helium He star helium atom cannot stay long time. It can stay up to 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. After 10 to the power minus 8 seconds, it returns to the ground state by itself. So He star atom collide with neon atom. So neon atom gets excitation and goes to higher energy state. So from E1 to E2, E3, E4, E5, and E6. But E4, E6 are having the metastable states. So these are having population and population inversion. Then it will start the pumping process. Due to this pumping process, the electrons or atoms jumps from E3 to E2 due to the spontaneous emission of radiation. So Ne4 to Ne3, it emits the radiation 1.15 micrometers. 1.15 micrometers. So also jumps the atoms from Ne6 to Ne5. It emits the radiation 3.39. But Ne6 to Ne4, this is 6,328 angstroms radiation. This is 6,328. So 6,328 angstroms radiation is visible radiation. Visible radiation. But 1.15 comma 3.39 micrometers are invisible radiation. We cannot see this 1.15 and 3.39 micrometer wavelength. We cannot see. The visible radiation 6,328 angstroms. Radiation is incident on the fully reflected mirror. It is reflected and also allowed to fall on the partially reflected mirror. From this partially reflected mirror also reflected. After getting some incidents and reflections, the ray gets sufficient energy and comes out from the partially reflected mirror as a laser. That laser is called helium neon laser. That laser is called helium neon laser. So here, this is a 4 energy level. So here you observe this E6, E4, E2, this is the 4. So this E3 and E5, these are countless energy levels. So we can say that this is 4 energy level gaseous system. You can observe here construction. I am telling here construction. You observe here again construction. So helium neon gas laser. The helium and neon gases are taken in the ratio of 10:1 in the discharge tube or quartz tube. Two reflected mirrors are fixed on either sides of the discharge tube. In that, one is partially reflecting, and another one is reflecting, fully reflecting. So the helium neon laser, 80 centimeters length and 1 centimeter diameter discharge is generally used. The output power we can supply using the discharge tube. So the 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas is taken in quartz tube at 0.1 mm of mercury and 1 mm of mercury. So working. You can see here. When the electric discharge is passing through the gas mixture, the electrons accelerated towards the positive electrode. These are collide with helium neon gas mixture. Then helium atom gets excitation F1 or He1, F2 or He2, F3 or He3. So these are excited and goes to higher energy state. In the excited state, the excited atom cannot stay long time. It can stay up to 10 to the 4 minus 8 seconds. After 10 to the 4 minus 8 seconds, the helium atom returns to the ground state by itself. So collide with neon atom. So neon atom gets excitation and goes to higher energy state E2, E3, E4, E5, and so on E6. But He2 and this He3 and E6, this is Ne6, this is Ne4. What about this? He2, Ne4, He3, Ne6, both are having same energy and same lifetime. So these are behaves as metastable state. In Ne6 and Ne4, it starts the pumping process. Pumping process means it has metastable state, large lifetime, number of population, N2 greater than N1. That is, gets the population inversion. Then starts the pumping process. Due to this pumping process, from Ne6 to Ne5 or E6 to E5 jumps the atoms with emitting 3.39 micrometer wavelength radiation. radiation. So another radiation from Ne6 to Ne3 or E6 to E3. It emits the radiation 6,328 angstroms. Another one also, this is spontaneous emission Ne4 to Ne3 or E4 to E3. This is 1.15 micrometer. 1.15 micrometer. So 1.15, 3.39 micrometer wavelength radiation, this is invisible. So visible wavelength 4,000 angstroms to 8,000 angstroms, you know very well. So this is not between 4,000 and 8,000, so this is invisible radiation. But 6,328 angstroms, so this is in between 4,000 to 8,000, this is visible. So this visible 6,328 red colored radiation is incident on the fully reflected mirror. It is reflected and allowed to fall on the partially reflected mirror and reflected. After getting some incidents and some reflections, it gets sufficient energy and comes out as a laser radiation that is called helium neon laser. You can also see clearly here. So this is energy level diagram. You should draw compulsory. This is for He2 or Fe2. Both are having same energy levels. So both are having same energy levels. You should draw like this. This is helium atom. This is neon atom. So clearly I am explaining here. So 4,000 angstroms to 8,000 angstroms is the visible radiation. So this is 3,390 angstroms before 4,000, 1,150 before 4,000, less than 4,000. So these two wavelengths are invisible wavelengths, we cannot see. But visible red colored 6,328 angstroms radiation is incident on the fully reflected mirror. It is reflected and also allowed to fall on the partially reflected mirror and also reflected. After getting some incidents and reflections, this ray gets some sufficient energy, comes out from the partially reflected mirror as helium neon laser. So this is the helium neon laser, very, very, very important compulsory essay. So you can see here what I am saying. Helium neon laser is the first successful gaseous laser. This is 4 energy level laser. The helium neon laser consists of 3 components: source of energy, active medium, optical cavity. So source of energy, that is radio frequency generator, behaves as source of energy. 10:1 ratio of helium neon gas mixture behaves as active medium. The fully reflected mirror and partially reflected mirror behaves as optical cavity construction. Helium neon laser consists of a quartz tube. The length of this quartz tube is equal to 15 centimeters to 80 centimeters. Diameter is 1 centimeter. Diameter is 1 centimeter. It has 3 electrodes: anode, cathode, and earthing. These 3 electrodes are connected to radio frequency generator. The left side of this quartz tube is connected to Fully reflected mirror, right side is connected to partially reflected mirror. Partially reflected mirror. So quadri tube is filled with helium neon gas mixture at the pressure 0.1 mm of Hg to 1 mm of Hg. So in 10:1 helium neon gas mixture, the majority atoms are helium atoms and minority atoms are neon atoms. Neon atoms. A helium atom has three energy levels, He1, He2, He3. But a neon atom has six energy levels, Ne1, Ne2, Ne3, Ne4, Ne5, and Ne6. Using the radio frequency generator working, using the radio frequency generator, if you are discharging the helium neon gas mixture, then the number of electrons accelerated and moving towards that electrodes. These electrons are collide with helium atoms, helium neon atoms. But first helium atom gets excitation and goes to higher energy state He2, He3. In the excited state, the helium atom cannot stay long time. This He star atom cannot stay a long time in the excited state. It can stay up to 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. It is called lifetime. After 10 to the power minus 8 seconds, the excited helium atom returns to the ground state by itself. Then the excited atom collide with neon atom. The neon atom gets the excitation and goes to higher energy states. In the energy level E4, E6, it gets the population inversion process. In this population inversion, it starts the pumping process. Due to this pumping process, the radiation emits from Ne6 to Ne5 with emitting 3.39 micrometer radiation. And also E6 to E4 or Ne6 to Ne4 emits the radiation 6,328 angstroms. But Ne4 to Ne3 or E4 to E3, we observe the radiation 1.15 micrometer. But E3 to E2 emits the radiation due to the spontaneous emission. This is not a laser light. From E2 to E1, it emits the radiation due to the de-excitation. But emitting radiation 1.15, 3.39 micrometers, these are invisible radiation. But 6,328 angstroms, red colored radiation is incident on the fully reflected mirror and reflected. It is incident on the partially reflected mirror. It is reflected and incident on the fully reflected mirror and reflected. After getting some incidents and reflections, the radiation 6,328 radiations get sufficient energy and comes out as a laser. That laser is called helium neon laser. Helium neon laser. So this is the helium neon laser. This is construction. This is working. Already I discussed. What are the applications of laser? Applications of laser. So industry application. First application, you see, the lasers are used to cut the glass and also quartz. Using the laser, we can cut glass or also quartz. Second one, lasers are used to drill holes in ceramics. So third one, lasers are used to drill aerosol nozzles. Aerosol nozzles we can observe in nanotechnology. So lasers are also used for heat treatment in tooling and automotive industry. automotive industry. So last one, fifth one. So with increased power output, lasers can be used as a welding tools. Simply you can write lasers are used in welding tools. Welding tools. Simply you write lasers are used to cut the glass and quartz. So lasers are used to drill holes in ceramics. Up to here you can write three applications. Lasers are used to cut the glass. Lasers are used to cut the quartz. So second one, these are used to drill holes in ceramics. Lasers are used to drill aerosol nozzles. Lasers are also used in heat treatment in the tooling industry or automotive industry. Fifth one, lasers are used to in welding tools. Welding tools. So medicine, medical application. Lasers are used for cataract removal. You know very well, in our eye, the cataract layer, we cannot see perfect. So just we remove it, we can see. Lasers are used for cataract removal. So these are also used for bloodless surgery. Just laser is allowed to fall on that particular issue or any disease, it will clear. So bloodless surgery. Lasers are used to high lens curvature corrections. Using these lasers, high lens curvature corrections. Lasers are used in angioplasty for removal of our some blocks in our related heart related blocks are there. They will use lasers and they will clear it, anti-blacks. So lasers are used in cancer diagnosis and also therapy, laser therapy. Lasers are used in destroyed kidney stones and gallstones. So you can see here, scientific field. Lasers are used to study the internal structures of microorganisms and cells. Microorganisms, what is the size of that microorganism? What cells are formed? We can observe using these lasers. So lasers are used to produce chemical reactions. So many reactions are there, new reactions. So lasers are used to produce chemical reactions. Using this also we can create plasma. We can separate isotopes, same atomic number, iso, same, tope means number. So lasers are used for isotope separation. Lasers are used in recording and reconstruction of hologram. Recording and reconstruction of hologram. So in this laser, only we have two problems. Calculate the wavelength. This is the first problem. So calculate the wavelength of emission from gallium arsenide semiconductor laser, whose band gap is 0.8 electron volts. So from the given data, you know very well, E2 minus E1 is equal to h nu photon energy. We observed in absorption coefficient and also stimulated emission of radiation. So from this relation, just take this is energy or energy gap is equal to h nu. What about frequency c by lambda? So Eg is equal to hc by lambda. From this relation, we can write lambda is equal to hc by Eg. So we are using that formula here. What is H? Planck's constant, that is 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. H value, you should remember, they will not give in our examination. 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So here, given value energy gap, 0.8 electron volt. we should convert into SI unit, joule. So 1 electron volt is equal to how many joules? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. Substituting as it is, we get in joule. So calculate the wavelength. H as the substitution. C, light velocity 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So light velocity by Eg as the substitution. So we get this is 1.55 into 10 to the power minus 6 meters. Second problem and also last problem in laser. For a helium neon laser at 1 meter and 2 millimeters distances from the laser, the output beam spot diameters are 4 millimeters and 6 millimeters respectively. Calculate the divergence. Yesterday, I gave this divergence formula in characteristics of laser. Phi is equal to A2 minus A1 by 2 into D2 minus D1. So given values, diameters A1, 4 mm. You see here, distances, this is 4 mm and 6 mm. So 4 millimeters, 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meters. So I am taking here 6 mm, 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. So distances to 1 meter and 2 meters. Distances. This is D1 1 meter, D2 2 meters. So substituting all the values, A2 minus A1 by 2 into D2 minus D1. So 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 2 into 2 minus 1. So this is 2 minus 1, 1, 2 1 ja, 2 3 ja. No. So this is minus 6 minus 4, this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 2 into 2 minus 1, 2 1 ja, 2 1 ja gets cancelled. 10 to the power minus 3 radians. 10 to the power minus 3 radians.